Hey guys, Cody Barton here. Welcome to my channel, and I'm super excited for this video because this is one of my passions to talk about, and it has to do with cars, and not just cars, but exotic cars. So for those of you that have been following me for a little while now, or that know me, you know that the first kind of semi-exotic car that I had purchased was a 2015 or 16? I can't even remember. I think it was a 2015 Maserati Gran Turismo, and I bought that in 2019, and I kept it for about a year. I sold it, midway through 2020, and I lost almost $30,000 on that car, and I was like, oh my gosh, that sucked. I enjoyed the car. It was a car that I had always wanted, and I love exotic cars, and I was super excited when I got it, and so I knew I was going to lose some money, but at the end of the day, I was not excited about how much money I really lost on that car when I sold it. So after losing the $30,000 on that Maserati, it really discouraged me from even wanting to buy another exotic car because I'm an investor. I invest in businesses, I invest in real estate to get a good return on my investment and not freaking lose my butt. And so it really discouraged me from wanting to buy another exotic car until I found what I think would be a better way, and that's what I'm going to share with you in this video, because I thought that was the route I had to go, which was just lose a bunch of money on a car. The other route I thought was, okay, well maybe I could write it off as part of my business expense and lease a car and put a large down payment to lease, and then pay those, monthly lease payments, and then be able to use it as part of a write-off for my business. And I didn't really love that option either. And so what I did find was this program, Exotic Car Hacks. And so within this program that I found, they teach you some of the principles around, how to buy a car right so you don't lose your butt, from everything from the right cars to buy, the right financing to get, the right way to take care of that vehicle when you do get it, and then the right way to sell it when you do go to sell it, things about mileage, condition, all sorts of things. And so there's a lot of information on that. And so I went through this course, and I decided, the founder of that program, Exotic Car Hacks, he offers a car finder service where I could essentially pay a couple $1,000 and he will go and help me source the car. And so I want to share with you, what that process really looked like, from, what those steps were to getting this process started. So the first step was they had me fill out the application of, hey, what kind of car do you want? What are some of the colors that you like? What year? Just general information around the type of car that I'm looking for as, one of those first steps. The second step of that process was they review that application, they review what I put in there, and help me understand whether, with the price point that I'm looking to spend, if that's going to be realistic or not, and then help me create more clarity around what I'm specifically going to be getting. And then that following step number 3, was, around that $2,000 cost. I spent $2,000 to start the process of, okay, I understand what I want. You help me set up my expectations, and I have clarity on what I'm looking for. And now I want to get this process started. And step number 4, as part of that, is I, also provide either proof of funds, cash, to be able to purchase the car for, or the pre-approval, which I got the pre-approval through America First Credit Union, $115,000 loan at 2.99% interest. So super excited, great rate, and great loan overall. So now the 5th step is going to be, now that I had already talked to the founder's team, and now the next step is I have a call with the founder of that company. His name is PJ. And so part of that call is going to be, all right, we have the cars that I'm looking for. He's going to dig in a little bit more on, what specifically I like, what are some of the things that I don't like. And then as far as my expectation that was set with me is that I'm going to pretty much sit back, and him and his team are going to go to work on looking for the right car that's going, with the right miles, the right specs, all the things, right? All the things that I'm looking for. And then once he finds one that he thinks is a good fit, then we're gonna go back and forth on, hey, you know, do you want this car? I think this is fitting everything that you're looking for, and it's gonna be the right price, and you're gonna wanna buy it at this and then keep it for this long and put this many miles on it. Is that okay with you? And then I'll either say yes or no. If yes, you know, going forward, the next steps from there is going to be, you know, he'll make sure the car gets inspected to make sure there's no issues or major things that are wrong with the vehicle. And then he'll also help me, you know, organize, if it's not in Arizona, which is where I live, get the car shipped from wherever I'm buying it from, shipped here, and for me to enjoy. So the reason that I wanted to document this process is really, one is to vet whether this process is really legit or not. I've seen multiple people go through the same service and they've been super stoked and really happy with the experience. And so I figured, you know what, I might as well share this with my audience, because I'm sure, like yourself, you know, especially if you're watching this video about cars, there's a lot of misleading information on, you know, buying exotic cars and, you know, how to not freaking lose your butt on them. So I'm excited about this experience and I'm excited to share it with you. And, you know, as promised, you know, the cars that I'm giving the option to PJ for me, are the ones that I'm looking for, that I'd be most excited to get, is going to either be the Audi R8 V10, either like a 2014 or newer. That's definitely going to be one of the vehicles that I have as an option. Another one is the Rolls-Royce Ghost. And then the final option, which would be my favorite, would be the McLaren 570S. And so the reason that I have a few different options there is because I don't want to pigeonhole myself to where it takes a really long time to find the right specs, the right mileage, the right condition, all of the stars aligning for me to be able to get the car. I really just want to be able to enjoy any three of those cars. I love all three of those cars. And so as long as the right colors come up with the right specs, with the right package and all of those things, and the deal makes sense for me to buy it and then be able to enjoy it for 6, 9, 12, 18 months, I'm gonna move forward with that vehicle. Because to me, it's more about the deal and not specifically about the car. I don't have an emotional attachment to any of those. You know, while I would enjoy all of them, I care more about not losing $30,000 again. So that's the goal, and I'm gonna take you guys along for the ride. And you know, I have my call with PJ here at the beginning of June, and so I'll make another video sharing with you how that goes if we narrow down the search a little bit more, and update you on the process as I go. And once I find the car that I'm going to move forward with, we'll make another video on that as well. So if you have any questions, feel free obviously to post those in the comment section below. If you like more of this lifestyle stuff, of course, let me know. I'm happy to share more of some of the things that are going on in my personal life, like car shopping, you know, with you guys as well. And if you want to get access to that same program that PJ has around, you know, exotic car hacks and how to learn really how to buy them the right way so you don't lose your freaking butt, his course was amazing. I'll put a link in my description below so you can check that out as well. Because with the course, you get involved in a Facebook community all around exotic cars, and that's been really great. And I've learned a lot in there over my time since I lost a bunch of money on that Maserati. So with that, appreciate you, and we will see you in the next video.